Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is the 7th room of the Clueseum.
Nice.
We're in the
We're getting
final
through it.
act, I've decided. I've decided
Really?
right now we're in the final act.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
3-act
When I do
play.
a 10-episode arc, the final act is usually the last room, and that's it.
Well, I've decided. Every episode of this show, we have an audio escape room, often ones that Danny has written for guests. But for this whole season, guests have come on to write a connected arc, and we are on the 7th episode of 10 connected escape rooms. It's a lot of fun. There's a new person every time running them.
I wouldn't say, and it's getting creepy, but I would say I'm starting to feel the pressure.
It's getting
because
jeepy.
As of last week, guest game masters have started saying, hey, so what do you think is going on? And I
That's too
haven't
much
been
pressure.
thinking
That's
about
too much
I
pressure.
haven't been trying to figure out the grand conspiracy.
All we've been doing is looking for Eve. And today, we
What?
found her.
Ah.
Welcome to the show, guest game master, Eve Blum.
Hello.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah,
Maybe we were in
cracked
the
it.
final act.
It's a quick jump to the end.
Yes, you found an Eve. Eve's namesake, perhaps.
Yeah, are you the Eve that Eve is named after? And if so, how did you get that job? So many people working on it. You're like, I'll just be one of the characters, please.
I think people might have talked about this in their podcast, This Escapes. But basically, when we started naming our NPCs, we decided that we wanted to name from within the team.
Nice.
And at some point, we were like, what is this child's name? Who hasn't had a name yet? And I'm like, my name could kind of be used for a child. And they're like, yes. So that's
Anybody's
how-
name can be used for a child. All children have names.
So that's how that happened. And I've decided it's a mistake because now every time I'm listening to the episodes as they're coming out, because now they're coming out as we're recording this, I'm hearing Eve in my head. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me.
Well,
which is a little disorienting, but
these are
it's okay. It's
The
my
perils
fault.
of hubris. Ah,
Yeah.
all right. We're very excited to play through the room that you've brought on, but why don't let's do our regular questions. This is an escape room show. Eve, what is your escape room experience?
I am a big escape room person. I love them. I've been doing them pretty much since they become a thing, which is when I was a kid, not to make anyone feel old. But I mean, I haven't racked up that many, probably like in the double digits, but under 50,
Sure.
I'd say.
It's a solid number.
Just
mean, it's a
because they
lot.
are kind of expensive,
Oh, yes.
to be fair. Online, I've done plenty, lots of Escape Simulator.
Nice.
But relevantly, right now I work as a game master in an escape room, which is quite
Nice.
fun. I get to watch people do escape rooms
Nice.
all day
Eve,
and help
Eve.
them through it.
Eve, be honest. Is it one of the
Yeah.
good ones? Is it one of the good
It
places?
is.
Ah, good.
It is. It's quite well rated.
Okay, well, lovely. It sounds like you have a lot of escape room experience. This is escape rooms in a sort of tabletop role-playing style. What is your tabletop role-playing experience? And you don't say you've been playing those since they came out either. I know that you're not that old.
My dad has. No.
There you go.
I've been playing them for a little bit. I don't think I've ever finished a campaign, which
that'll
I
happen.
don't know. I
This is
think
the quintessential
anyone who
experience.
has.
I'm finishing
but
a campaign very soon.
I've done a little bit of quite a few campaigns, and
Nice.
they're quite fun. I have a little bag of many sets of dice that I collect like a little gremlin, but not as obsessively as some of my friends, which is a point of pride.
Some people get really into the dice collection. I've been
You
playing...
go to a convention and dice is the things that every stall will be selling.
Yeah, I've been playing tabletop role-playing games for about 20 years, which I shouldn't have that amount of time in my life to have been doing one particular thing, but there you go. And I've bought like 4 sets of dice in
you've been
and
very
most of
restrained.
those are because I lost the other set of dice and I needed a new one.
My problem is I don't trust a lot of dice. Some of them are so beautiful, but I just don't trust that the more beauty you add to a die, surely the more weightedness you're adding to it.
That's
So the
always
worse
the
a die
worry.
it will be.
I'll start a new campaign, like I'll start a new character, and I'll buy a set for that character. Does that make sense? To
Oh.
kind of like match the character.
Now,
I get the appeal. I really do.
That makes sense. I have a follow-up question. You say you buy a new set for every new character in a new campaign, and you also don't finish many campaigns. Is your game master Do they own a dice store? Is this a grift? Do they keep it like, oh, no, let's start a new one. Let's start a new one. Everyone buy new dice for their characters this time.
No, it's not
Okay.
like that.
Double check if they've got shares in it.
Masters most of the time.
Oh, it's a ring. Gotcha.
It's a whole part of a sinister
It's a
cabal.
whole conspiracy to get me to buy more dice.
Exactly. That's how they get you.
Oh, that's the ending of this arc.
Oh, you solved it! Damn.
Well, speaking of this escape room arc, I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to jump in. I think it's time for room number 7 of the Clueseum. Danny, I think I already know the answer. Do we want to guess at what room we're going into on the map?
We probably should.
Now, I know the answer to what room we're going into.
Okay. I've forgotten what every possible room looks like, so...
Do you remember? We were just told the title of this
We were,
episode.
but that doesn't... Oh,
You don't think it
yes,
helps?
it does. It does. It really does. We're getting into the Mushnick Hall of Horticulture,
Yes,
aren't we?
everyone who's listening, you already know the title. It's written on your podcast app. But this episode is the Little Hall of Horrors, which I'm assuming we're going to the Mushnick Hall of Horticulture.
Purely because it's the word hall, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
There's
the-
no
that's
other
the
clues.
connection there.
Which is fun. That's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking
All
forward
right.
to this.
Well, Eve,
I'm
please.
interested in the fact
yeah.
that it's called Little Hall of Horrors, and this is the sort of theming that I'm expecting. And yet Eve introduced this by saying, we're going to have a chill day today.
Yeah, just chill. Just going to feed a plant. It's going to be fine. Don't even worry about it.
Flash, maybe. That's cool.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Eve, whisk us away. Let's go into the 7th room of the Clueseum.
You walk through the entrance of Mushnick's Hall of Horticulture on the east side and take in the sight before you. The exhibit is grand, tall and sleek with black marble and gold chrome accents. Further into the large room, you can see the aesthetic shifts. The floor on the far side of the room to your left is wooden, and the circle including the far wall is encased in a crystal clear covering of glass, scaffolded by joints of metal. You can see a metal balcony wrapping around the wall, but in the middle of the circle is a great big tree. It is not the only plant in here. In fact, the entire exhibit is overrun by plant life. The floor is covered in snaking roots and vines. They cover large portions of the walls, too. Like a forest floor, flowers sprout up throughout the room. You can feel your allergies flare just by being here. You didn't stop by this exhibit earlier in the day when you were by the museum with all the children. They had deemed it too boring for their tour and moved on. However, you catch a glimmer of glitter shining up through a patch of vines on the floor in front of you. A spattering of gold and pink matching the familiar colors your nibbling had been wearing. Eve was certainly here. You hope that glitter is biodegradable. You can't make out exactly what's what without getting closer, especially with the fixtures being covered in greenery, but you notice some key features of the room. As you noticed before, the far side of the exhibit consists of a glass-encased circle with a wooden floor and a tree in the center. Around the inside of the window, facing outside, is a metal balcony, accessible by a staircase inside of the circle. To the left of the staircase, outside of the circle, is a door. On the opposite wall to the door, there are a few wooden boxes stacked one on top of the other. There are 3 pedestals in a row in the center of the hall, leading towards the tree, and 2 large display cases on either side of them for a total of 4.
It's like a little hall of displays and pedestals.
On the wall you entered on, there is a countertop built into the wall, with stools behind it. On the wall across from you, there is what looks to be a large mural.
I thought the wall across from me was the giant tree circle.
Now that's the wall to the left of you.
Whoops. Okay.
I tried to orient it how Owen drew the map.
I think it's
instead
because
of
at the
how I
start we were
drew my
explicitly
map.
told, like, oh, coming from the east. I was like, great, right wall. And then on the left wall is this. And I was like, cool, opposite me.
Yep. So look, everything is there. I just hope that I You know, if there's a puzzle that revolves around moving from one thing to the next in a very specific direction, then I'm going to have to rework some things. But everything else is fine.
That is okay. That's just the entire room, Danny.
Yeah, that's every puzzle.
Sorry. As you whirl around to get a full view of the room, you notice that during your observation of the rest of the exhibit, the vines have grown over the entrance you came through. You're trapped in here until you can find a way to get rid of them. You are now free to explore.
Okay, I have my first question. I need, Danny, your help and Eve's guidance in understanding what the left wall of this room really looks like. It's
the glass dome
the wall
situation.
itself, there's a big circle. Is it like a glass wall that we would not be able to walk through because it's a big giant glass circle wall?
So the left wall is like the south side of the room.
Okay.
This issue has come from translating my drawing, which was oriented with
South
with
from the south.
with the door in a different place, into making everything fit together into the little exhibits, into Owen giving me the map, and I'm like, okay, and writing it in. So
the orientation is okay. It's just trying to picture exactly what sort of glass tree dome with stairs that we need to visualize. So maybe we should just like actually go there and stare at it.
Okay.
The glass-covered area of the room is simple enough to access. There is an opening you can step through from the marble flooring onto the wooden portion. The floor around the tree is adorned with intricate carvings, some of which are glowing a bright green. You can't quite tell what some of them are from this angle, and with the vines covering portions of the floor, you'd have to get a better view. The tree in the middle is grand, but the branches are barren, and it looks more like something you'd expect to find outside a haunted house than in a greenhouse. You can see, now that you're closer, that there is a lever on the far end of the balcony from the stairs, but you can't quite tell what it operates.
Now, when we say a balcony, is that like as in like a raised balcony above our heads that is on the inside wall, not go outside, there's a balcony, there's a view outside?
Right, it's inside, but it's
cool, like a viewing
you can
balcony.
Look out and like a viewing balcony.
So the glass circle, we've walked into the wood, as in like through an opening in the glass, or okay, cool. So it's like a little doorway open. Okay, but if we
imagine like a very big bird cage, but like all of the slats are covered in glass,
and this whole thing is circular. Like, but there's nothing else on the wall. It takes up like it's the whole kind of side of the room. All right. I'm into it.
Great. Okay.
I'm literally into it. I'm inside the glass. I'm standing on the wood. You said we can't quite get a look at the carvings on the floor. Can we, like, if we explicitly... I'll probably have to get to the balcony to see the carvings on the floor.
That makes sense.
And there's a lever up there. Why don't we just go to the stairs and see if we can get up?
Yeah, can we just head for those stairs?
Yeah, you can go ahead up. They are clear. Would you like to look at the lever first or the floor?
I think as soon as we go up, we should look back down and see the floor in its entirety.
Agreed.
Okay.
It could be a giant message that says, "Do not pull the lever."
Exactly.
Written out in vines. You'll die.
Oh, I don't trust those vines. Let's pull it.
Looking at the floor from above, you get a much better view of the patterns etched in it, and you can make out a larger, mysterious inscription through all the vines, as you can see in the picture titled Floor Inscription.
For people at home, you can see all these images in the show notes, but we're looking at an elvish floor ring.
Oh my god, yeah. Can we tell more about what's going on here?
So looking at this, it's like around the tree, there's like one big, most of a circle. It's like starts in the bottom left, big swing around, and then
ends in the bottom right.
Ends in the bottom right.
Although the symbols don't quite make it all the way around.
The symbols, it looks like the elvish writing on the one ring of power.
Very flowery.
However, there's also clearly, each of the symbols is kind of like on either side of a line, like the central line.
Yeah.
Like the first symbol you might describe as like a love heart, and then the next one as like an infinity symbol. But also it could be like...
A lot of them have perfect symmetry, but not all of them
do.
And
there's dots between them. So I think those are dots between
These
words.
Will be words.
So like that would be like a 3-letter code of heart, 8, wiggly wonkus, dot, top part of a heart, but different, a 3, a sine wave, and a little heart again, and then dot, that's in the next one. So it's like a 3-letter word, a 4-letter word, then maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-letter word. But looking at these, without some kind of key, unless we get stuck and want to come back to this, I don't think this looks intelligible.
This sort of varies. Right now, it would be a code where it looks like the symbols match up to letters, just based on the number of repetitions and the lengths of segments between dots. That looks like words. I think we probably could do some guess hazarding if we needed to. We've had to do that in a Nancy Drew before.
If we needed to, we could be like, okay, let's assume that's a T, an H, and an E, and the first word is
and
the
then work
and then put those into the others, and then start to. That's another THE there near the end. That's another three-letter word. But
that is often not the case.
That means this ends with a T. The second word, because it's the same symbol, it's the started with, so it's the something ending with T. We might be able to work this out.
But until we know that we have to, we should wait and see if we get any help.
True. We also see the tree itself in the centre, which looks gnarled and like something you might see in a haunted house more than a museum, is how I'll describe it in an original fashion. But it does not explicitly look like anything I want to interpret.
If it's a warning about pulling or not pulling a lever,
let's pull that lever.
We haven't figured it out. Let's look at the lever first.
Okay, let's look. Yeah, maybe the lever has a sign on it that says, "Do not pull this lever, please."
Approaching the lever, it seems like something out of a steampunk novel. Like the balcony itself, it's steel and brass. The lever itself seemingly a repurposed pipe. Flipping it, it doesn't seem to actually do anything, but you notice 4 unlit light bulbs at the base of the device.
4 bulbs. There are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights. We need to probably turn them on by achieving 4 goals.
That feels like it would help.
Somewhere else in the room, and then come back and pull the lever, and then the tree will turn into a monster.
That makes sense. Well, this seems too complicated for me. Can I just stare at the tree for a while? Is there anything to note by staring at the tree?
You stare at the tree. It's huge, but bare and spindly. Dark branches stretch out from the trunk, where you notice 3 indents in the trunk. Beveled rectangles, all the same size, in a row.
So we need 4 lights, we need 3 rectangles. There are 3
pedestals.
Pedestals. Maybe there's some connection between the pedestals and the tree.
I am not too ashamed to admit, I'm looking up the word beveled.
Bevel is a tool, but I think when something is beveled, it's like the edges are sort of like, whoo, you know? Like instead of being a 90-degree,
having a sloping edge rather than a square one. Good to know.
Yeah. I know what a bevel is.
Oh, thank you, I didn't. And I thought, if I, in my infinite intelligence, don't know what it means, then surely someone in the audience needs it explained.
Okay, so we've got 3 indents, beveled. Mm-hmm. Someone's beveled the hell out of these indents.
Are those indents if we were back down to tree level, within reach level?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
definitely.
We could just put if we find 3 rectangles, we'll slot them in.
All right. Well, I suppose maybe we should head back down this balcony, staring down at the floor so that we've looked at the balcony and the stairs themselves as we go.
Yeah.
They're fascinating and very metal.
Understood.
Like something out of a steampunk book.
So metal.
Do you want to? We got heaps of stuff to check out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep wandering. These pedestals look interesting.
Let's check out the 3 pedestals.
The pedestals are lined up in the center of the room, each holding a plant of some sort, under which are bronze plaques. Getting closer, you see that each plant is, dying.
Aww.
The leaves are wilting, sad, and brown. The first plant is a flower, almost desiccated, it's so unhealthy. There's no discernible color to the petals, as they are dry. The second is a small bonsai tree, but the branches are unruly and the leaves are messy and shedding. The third is some sort of herb. Maybe. You can't really tell, it's so dried up. You can take a closer look at any of them if you wish.
Yeah, let's have a look at this dead flower.
The plaque under the flower reads Aquilegia lunaria, the moon blossom. A beautiful flower, but a fickle plant. The moon blossom requires soil as close to pH 3 as possible in order to grow.
Okay, so we need pH 3.
Not a problem.
Should we check the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
The plaque under the bonsai tree reads Acer urvarid, the North Star maple tree. A rarer Japanese bonsai requiring careful pruning to maintain its health and to keep it ship-shape. You can have a look at the tree itself under pedestal tree.
Okay, so we have a little bonsai.
Yeah,
I am okay, so people at home, you can see this image. And maybe you'll join me in being intrigued as to why we are being given this image. Because if I pictured and try and drew myself a little tree, it would look exactly like this. But we've just been giving it for a reason. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seven
sort of branchy
branches, but they branch off separately. So like the last two are kind of split off together, and they share a central branch with the one before it. It's brown. It's got lines on it. It's got green. Maybe
you're looking at it at a better angle than I am. Are those lines on it black for shading or green in a viney sort of way?
Oh, I think they're
veiny,
black for
viney.
shading.
They are black and
Gotcha.
they are purposeful.
Yeah, but I can't see a purpose in them right away. Like, outside of making a very easy maze.
Yeah, very
the easiest maze
with
there
no
ever
entry or
was.
exit either. Yeah, I don't see anything notable.
No,
in this
I
pattern.
can't. I can't get anything out of it immediately.
All right, we'll keep looking around. And this was the North Star maple.
Yep.
We didn't get a pH for it, did we?
No.
Okay, lovely. And let's look at the herb.
The plaque under the third plant reads Ocimum rosaphon, the sunrise herb, an herb used in herbal medicine as an energizing agent. The sunrise herb is rare because it requires soil rich in sugar and vitamins.
It's interesting because we had a North Star and a sunrise,
And
right? Like a
moon
north and
blossom.
an east.
Well,
But
yeah,
then we just
interesting.
have moonflower. And the moon
That's
doesn't have a direction.
That's the lack of sun.
Moon's everywhere. Moon does whatever
No,
it
these
wants.
are. This is good. There are 3 of them as well.
There are 3 of them.
I don't really feel like shoving them into the big tree. That doesn't feel
Does
quite
it
right.
look size-wise that if we took one of these plants and put it into a beveled thing, like it would fit in its entirety? Or is it completely different shape?
I would say that the herb is shriveled up enough that you could do that, but I do not recommend it.
Okay, cool. Great.
It was unlikely we were going to.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't have anything to do with these right away. I'd rather keep looking around.
Makes sense.
Rather than try and, like, solve a dead herb.
Yeah.
We are next to all of these display cases. There are 4 display cases around these pedestals. Can we check the display cases? And if you need more info, I'll say the top left one. But can we have a look at the display cases?
Like the top left display case.
If that even makes sense in your depiction of the room.
I have one designated as top left.
I mean, I'd like to look at all of them. I'm just saying, if your follow-up question is which one, I thought I'd answer ahead.
Yes, my follow-up question was, which one?
Okay.
All right, top left, please.
Okay, the case in the northeast contains a variety
Well, these!
of
That's
plants.
top right! I wanted the northwest case!
Nah.
All right, northeast.
This is how it is designated in my notes because
Okay.
of how Owen and my maps lined up.
East is to the right!
Yes.
We're in
Correct.
different hemispheres, Billy. We don't know how these things work up there.
Yeah, you're all upside down.
The case in the northeast contains a variety of plants, all labeled underneath with their name, some common, some seemingly more scientific. You notice something else. The vines branching all around the room have wormed their way into the display, and they snake around the other plants in more uniform patterns. Additionally, the vines themselves are different from most of the others. A lighter shade of green, smaller, and with a more varying leaf pattern. You can see all of this in case 1.
All
These
right.
vines have too much power. They're starting to unsettle me.
Ooh!
Oh, they
okay,
got
great.
more
So this is our
words.
code. This is our code, everybody. So, we have 5 flowers. The oxalis, the sunflower, the jasmine, the
Calcutia,
and ivy.
What a great way to get what I assume are all or most of the letters of the alphabet.
Yeah, is this a pangram?
It looks like it. Calquitia.
No, there's no B. There ain't no B.
Ooh.
And underneath each of those, we have this green vine running throughout. The green vine is flaring off in its way, as it does, to give us letters related to oxalis would be 3, moustache, twirl,
Should
legs,
I write a full alphabet
super twirl,
with these?
N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that matches. Oh yeah, if you'd like to write
It's
out a
gonna
full
take a
alphabet,
while.
Danny. Danny is writing out the full alphabet. They're up to J. Oh, there's K. I wonder what's coming next. An O? Don't worry, Danny skipped a bunch that you drew while I was talking. Here comes the U.
No, I've just skipped the letters I don't think are important.
There's an X. We're up to it.
That was weirdly difficult to do.
While I was talking?
Yes.
Well, don't listen to me. All right, Danny, for O, could you please draw a curly 3? For X, could you please draw a little moustache? It's underneath. It's like a It's like a triple U.
Yep.
It's like a triple U.
It is a
that
triple
comes
U.
back to the center. For A, could you draw the top half of that O? So it's like the curly top of a curly 3.
Yep.
For L, could you please draw 3 little lines coming out at the bottom? 2 going to the left and 1 going to the right, but the one going to the right is on the left. Isn't that confusing? For the
What?
I, could you draw a little quirly whirl going upwards?
Oh, a quirly whirl, gotcha.
Little quirly whirl going upwards.
A pigtail.
And for S, could you draw an N? Could you draw a sine wave? S for sine.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, now we can check. We have sunflower next.
It looks like it starts with a sine
Starts
wave.
with that sine wave and then does an opposite I. If you go down like the I went up, you'd get a U. N
Down.
is a lollipop, is an angled lollipop coming out the... I've got a problem.
Oh, no.
No. N... Oh, no, I do have a problem.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
You skipped
Sorry,
a butt.
I skipped the butt. N is the butt. So N is a W, not a triple U like the X. It is just a single W. Then the F is the lollipop coming out the top,
Cool.
which puts the L
Yep.
correct. Because I was like, wait, that F is an L, but I just missed it.
Oh,
And then the
perfect.
O is the
O
same as
good.
the O. The W is
is
a
a
clover or a double
A
U,
double butt.
a double. And then E is new. It's the bottom part of the O.
Great. That's, I believe, what we thought was going to happen.
And then R is a spur on the boots of this vine. There is a spur, and that spur is an R.
Great.
Okay, Jasmine should get us a couple of new letters. We've got J is like an L but going the other way, kind of. A is fine. S is fine. M is
Need that. That's the top
it's-
half of the butt.
Yeah, it's the top half of a butt.
Love that. I we've had.
I we've had. N is the
we have had.
inverse. M.
E we have had.
E is great. Okay.
Right.
Calquitzia.
Now, is that Calquitzia? That must
That's
be
Colquitzia because I can read the vines.
Yeah.
And the vine has an O on its second letter.
Lovely.
K is like an F but rotated 180 degrees. O is O, L is L, K is K, W is W, I is I. T is, I think that's like the heart. It's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's the heart symbol. Like a sideways
Yep,
heart.
Gotcha.
And then
Z.
Z is the same
coswave?
as S. Yeah, instead it goes down the first. So yeah, it's a coswave. Instead of a sine wave, it's a coswave.
And
Then I is I and A
Good.
is A.
Okay,
and then-
so we've got V and Y from the word ivy.
Yep,
That
V
V
is
looks
a...
Three-fingered hand.
Yeah, sure. It's like a little middle finger from a cartoon character.
And Y.
And then Y
like
is a spur that goes up.
Yeah, beautiful.
Wonderful. We've
Okay,
got
so there
almost
are
all
a
that
few letters
alphabet.
missing. More than I expected,
Well,
but that's okay.
can we keep looking at these cases? Now, you said northeast. Where's the next one? Is there a northwest?
Would you like to
Let's look at the second case.
the one opposite to it in the northwest?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, the one I asked for when I started. Yes, I'll have the northwest, please.
Much like the case opposite to it, this case contains a variety of labeled plants of differing familiarity to you. The vines in this case follow a similar pattern to that of the other case and are the same lighter green color. You can see this in the case 2.
This is because
Funnily enough,
Eve put the left wall as left when you came in from the east, so south, which means that the pedestals run vertically on that map, not horizontally like they do on my map, which means the cases are split east-west as opposed to north-south like they are in mine.
yeah,
enough.
I will show you when we're done. I will show you because I did just pull out all of the physical copies of my things, looking for the physical copy of that image. I found every physical copy except for that image.
Fun.
Always.
All right, so this gives us a few more. We've got 4 more plants. We have a quince, an apple blossom, a marigold, and a chrysanthemum.
Amazing. Surely this has all the letters we need.
And they look great, by the way. Can I just say, all these
oh yeah, these
plants look great.
And again, this doesn't look like the from some of the other rooms. These have their own distinct style where everything's sort of watercolory.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
all
cool.
it's all great. I got one problem. That's a pear. That ain't no quince. But then again, I don't know what a quince is. I guess quinces are pears.
I tried my best to draw a quince. A quince is,
A pear.
it looks like a pear.
I've never.
It's a little
eaten
bit
quince
more
in my life.
leathery. It's a little bit more
Oh.
leathery and a little bit more yellow than a pear.
Okay.
fair.
It's like between a pear and a citrus. It's weird.
Oh my god, I can see what you mean.
Yeah. But I hand drew all the stuff for this room because I did not have access to my iPad. Leah, amazing, did a lot of the support, as well as Albert for the art for a lot of the other rooms. I have a lot of experience with art for myself, so I did a lot of it for myself. Unfortunately, I didn't have access to my digital art tools at the time, so I hand drew it.
No, I love
which meant watercolors,
They're
which
great.
I'm very proud of.
Okay, I'm so sorry. A quince is like a lemon that if you
Yeah.
cut it in half goes, psych, idiot, I'm an apple this whole time.
Yes, exactly.
But in faintly the shape of a pear.
Yes.
Friggin' quince? Okay.
That's why I said it's like a pear, but a little bit more leathery.
Now I
and
can't
yellow.
decide if that means that it's some weird messed up hybrid fruit or if it was the proto fruit that spawned all the rest.
This is one of these fruits was like,
I don't
this is all they were
remember.
eating in Babylon.
It's so hard to remember with fruits, which
All right.
ones we invented and which ones we
Danny,
didn't.
tell me what letter let's not look at blossoms or marigolds or chrysanthemums or quinces. You tell me what letters you're missing. I'll find them and I'll tell you what
All
the
right,
letter
well,
is.
we do need B.
All right.
So the apple blossom should help us with
It
that.
looks like it's just a U, just a bottom
Great.
single. Would you accept that as being what that is?
Absolutely.
Great. What do we need next?
C.
C, like the first letter of chrysanthemum. It's a little hooked finger, like your Carrie Elwes trying to do the claw
Oh,
in
yeah.
Liar Liar.
Great.
Does that help everybody? Does that help Eve, who's younger than the movie Liar Liar, I'm assuming?
I've seen Liar Liar.
Yeah, but that's where. Yeah, but you watch Liar Liar in the classics collection of your.
No.
In the Criterion. Okay, wait. Dan, next letter.
D.
A D, like in the end of Marigold.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like an inverse B?
Looks like it, which makes sense.
Much like in real life.
G would be nice.
G, Marigold. M-A-R-I-G. It's a 6.
Oh, it's a G. That's helpful. Okay, H.
H, like in chrysanthemum. M-U-M.
You mean the second letter of
Oh, yeah.
chrysanthemum? Might be easier?
It's an 8.
Great.
Which we already knew.
It's a butt.
To be fair, we knew what T and E,
We
H and E
suspected.
were.
Big skip all the way to P we need. Do we have a
P,
P?
like in
Apple.
apple. It is a bottom right lollipop.
Fantastic.
It's a bottom right lollipop.
Q would be nice.
Q, like in quince, it's a top left lollipop.
I love these. That's everything.
That's everything.
That's an alphabet.
We've got an alphabet. Do we want to look at the other two cases?
I think we should.
Before going and solving the ring.
I think that would be good.
All right, can we look at the next case?
The southern cases.
Okay. I will say the southeast case.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Because it is next on my list. The southeast case contains a variety of plants with no clear trend or category. Some of the plants displayed are blueberries, red onions, and avocados, but there are also saffron flowers, rose hips, and indigo. The glass covering the display is broken, seemingly as a result of the plants inside growing through it.
Whoa.
While the plants in the exhibit are meant to be models or preserved specimens, clearly the magic overtaking the museum has turned these into real living plants.
Was that a rainbow?
Oh, I wasn't. Oh,
Blueberries,
blue.
red plants,
onions.
red onions, avocados, which are green.
Saffron.
Saffron
That's
is yellow or orange.
What else was
There was an
there?
indigo, which is probably indigo.
Crazy.
Were there violets? Violet.
I can't
It
remember.
looks like
what
this
was the
could
list
be.
again?
Yeah. What were the plants?
You
in
got all of them except for rose hips,
which
Oh,
the
are
last
no.
one I mentioned.
pink.
I don't know.
They are kind of orangish. They're a berry.
Oh.
Okay.
lovely.
They're like an orange-red berry.
Good to know.
So we got a rainbow of color.
Hmm.
Blueberries, red berries, green berries, orange berries, yellow berries, and purple berries.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have a source of colors.
And then to the southeast.
No, to the southwest.
Oh, sorry.
The southwest case is well preserved. Like the rest of the exhibit, the vines are wrapping around the case like the place has been abandoned for hundreds of years. Inside, there are several perfectly maintained bonsai trees, as you can see in the graphic bonsai case.
Ooh.
All right. Again, for people at home, you can see this in the show notes.
Maybe this will tell us about our other bonsai image. Ooh.
We got a bunch of bonsai trees.
And again, they're all nice
They're all
watercolors.
different.
They've got
different lines, different colors, different splits.
Yeah.
Do these have names that will help us with something? Or is there any extra info about these bonsai?
There is one bit of extra info. Under one of the trees, there is a description. Bonsai trees require careful pruning to keep them healthy. They follow consistent rules for how many branches to maintain and in what arrangement. Unlike most other bonsai trees, those with the lightest bark always have one more branch than they would otherwise, in arbitrary arrangement. Head gardener of Escape, Alan Koo Jr., tends to the living plants in this exhibit daily to keep them healthy. Shout out to Alan Koo from the ARCS team.
Okay.
So the light bark gets one more branch. That's interesting. So we do have a couple of trees in this image that definitely have lighter bark than the others.
They also each have different patterns. There's like vertical lines, diagonal lines, crisscrossity crisscross lines. Those seem to be the three types of lines. And if you look, vertical line trees, right? The ones that have verticals have two, and then the light one has 3.
Yeah.
X trees have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X's have 6s. And then the diagonals have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Now, the diagonal is what we had on our bonsai.
Was it?
Our pedestal tree was
Ooh,
diagonals.
Yeah, those are diagonal.
It's dark, not light. So it should probably have 5, but it's got
6,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to cut off some.
Oh, okay. We might need to prune it a little.
Some thingies for it.
Okay, so
to
that's
match
what's
the
wrong
rules.
with it. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
so it
cool.
needs 4, and it has 7.
Is it 4?
Yes.
Cool.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Great.
Well, we'll need to find some appropriate bonsai pruning shears at some point, because I'm not snapping them off by hand.
No.
That feels mean.
But okay, we know how to possibly fix that bonsai.
All right. Well, that's great. Do you think now is the time to go back to our back to the balcony to try to translate those?
Let's do that. Let's go back to and read now that we can. Let's read this floor inscription.
Okay, so we go back to the balcony. We're looking back at our image. We thought that the first word was the, and that seems to be confirmed.
Okay, I'm going to start writing this out. THE, then a space. Then we've got
upward butt.
Upward butt.
M.
Okay, M. Then we've got 3.
O.
Then we've
I might
got
get some of these wrong on the way.
Sine wave, I think, goes up at the start.
Looks like it.
Which
was
is
S.
S for sine. And then we've got heart.
T.
Sideways heart thing. Yeah, great. The most.
Ooh, promising.
These are words.
Okay.
English words. We got a little pig's tail.
Downward pig's tail. Might be a U?
Then a W. As in like a little
Oh, sorry.
lower butt.
N.
And then an
pig's
upwards
I?
right pigtail. I. And then a top left lollipop. Q, right?
Top left lollipop.
Yep.
Yes, Q.
Because it's going to say unique.
Ah.
Then the next one is a
Little pig's tail.
Little pig's
Downward
tail.
pig's tail again. So yeah,
which is U, yeah. And then the
E.
bottom. Great. The most
Phew.
unique.
This is promising. Once we started getting U's and Q's, I was getting worried.
No, don't worry. The most unique, and then top
F.
right F, and then that's an L,
L.
right? And then that must be an O, and then that's a W,
Is.
and then that's an E and an R, right? Is R downward?
Amazing. It is. Yep, the
thing?
spur.
The most unique flower, and that says is.
It does say is.
The most unique flower is
The
bottom.
K?
Yeah. Oh, probably key, right? Is
Ooh.
Y top right?
Yeah. The most unique flower is the key.
What's the most unique flower?
Did the moon blossom have a description that described it as the most unique flower of all time?
It did not say the most unique flower of all time. It said it was a beautiful flower.
It did. All right, well, maybe we should put a pin in this for now.
Yeah, there's
Feels
more
like
stuff.
good info.
We have plenty of stuff to look at.
We do still.
We have a mural. Maybe that has unique flowers.
I would love
on
to
it.
look at a mural.
Can we have a look at the mural on what I have as the south wall, but you probably don't. That's fine.
You absolutely can. It is on the west wall, technically, of the museum. The mural is almost completely covered in ivy, but clearing it away with your hand, you get a good view of the artwork covering the expanse of the wall. It depicts many different flowers, all unique in some way, but none are labeled. The art is three-dimensional, coming out of the wall to form the shapes.
Relief.
Across the top of the mural, there is a vine, slightly different to the others covering the rest of the wall, stuck firmly. You can see the mural under mural.
All right. Again, for people at home, you can see these in the show notes.
Please, yeah, just check out Eve's lovely drawings.
Yeah. So we have this lovely
Ooh.
painting of all of these unique flowers.
We've got some more vine code up the top.
Hey, does it feel like some of these flowers are secretly evil scarab beetles hiding as flowers, pretending to be a
Definitely.
flower? Yeah,
Which is
100%.
totally a thing that some bugs do.
Okay, but what do we have at the top? It says that's a B, the bottom, so B-E.
Yeah, B-E-A.
And then,
U.
okay,
B-E-A, beautiful.
T,
Yep, beauty.
the beauty of B,
I, sorry.
I-O.
Yep. D. Diversity,
Oh,
maybe?
this will be diversity.
Yep, we've got a V.
Biodiversity.
It looks like it says the beauty of biodiversity.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Well, how is something the most unique? Like,
well,
I suppose, like, top left flower, it is blue, it's got pointy thingies, and it has 4 of them with an orange center. There
all
are
of them have
1,
orange
2, 3,
centers,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 orange centers. There are 3 blues. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pointies, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things with 4 petals. 7 things. With
yeah,
4
I would say
petals.
color, shape, number of petals are the things to be aware of.
Okay, so the most unique color, there's 3 blues, 3 greens, 4 reds, 4 purples.
So either green
Or 4 blues.
Sorry. Oh, you
Oh,
said.
and there are 4 blues.
Yep. Okay. So 3 greens.
So there are 3. So okay, to be most unique, you should be green in color.
Okay. So color, petals.
Would you say so? Some of these are like petals, and instead of a central core, they've got these weird little like pincers.
Yes. So I would say for the weird butterfly orchid ones, I count the little wingy ones that come out and are spiky as petals.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the orangeness is like the core.
Yeah, the little ones.
The antennae.
Those are not counted as petals.
Cool. So, in terms of number of petals, we've got how many have 4 petals? 1, 2,
at least 3.
3. I mean, a lot of those bugs do, right? So, like 1, 2, 3, 4 are all 4 petals, and then 5,
good point.
6, 7, 8. There's a lot with 4 petals.
Wait, I thought we were counting the.
So you count with the little like bug ones, I would count the yellow ones that like come out from the sides.
Those are
or come,
petals
like, up.
themselves. The ones
Those
that
are
aren't
petals, but not
are
the ones that are inside.
Oh,
the antennae are the ones that aren't petals.
I
But the
picture.
ones that look like wings are petals. They're just different petals.
Okay, but the 4 in the center are not a petal.
What? No, sorry.
What's
going on?
If you
The
think
4
you
in the
might
center
count them
are
as a petal,
These
count
are
them
not.
as a petal.
Okay, so
These little antennae.
yeah,
are
so
not.
every single one of them has 4 petals if they're bugs.
Because
No.
this counts as a petal, I believe.
It's like,
Well,
for example, the blue buggy one has 6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
5,
the
6.
orange ones are also petals.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
obviously the antenna. That's fine.
Not the antennae.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Not the
I
antennae.
getcha.
So you'd say the
Yeah.
pink one at the bottom middle has 5,
That's what I would say.
Yes.
and okay.
Great.
Yes.
So let's try that again then. Okay, how many have? Does anything have 1 petal? No. Does
No, I
anything
think
have
4
2
is our
petals?
minimum.
No. Does anything have 3? No. Okay, so of the 4 petalers, there are 1, 2,
3, 4,
3,
5. I count.
4. Yeah, I count 5.
Right. Okay. Let's try 5
Of
petalers.
the 5 petalers, there is
1,
1.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I
Well,
think
I
there are
might have
more.
skipped one.
There's. I can do it with my mouse.
Yeah,
In the, from the top left going
Yep.
across, there is of 5 petalers.
Yep,
There's
1,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5.
6.
There are 6 5 petalers.
Okay, so it's not 5. 4 is still in contention.
Okay.
Okay, how about 6 petalers?
6 petalers. From starting on the left, let's just go looking left to right. Let's
Yep,
look at any
yep.
6 petalers.
Nothing in the top row. So,
So
1,
there's 1,
2,
2, 3.
4.
Okay.
Okay, are there any more, or was that all?
Are there
of
any
them?
7 petalers? I don't think so.
Okay, so is that a 6 petler?
It sounds like we want a green 6 petaler, of
Love.
which there is only 1.
Very happy. Show it for petal shape, just to be sure.
Yeah, petal shape. There's either pointy,
There are a few pointies.
round.
Quite a lot of
clovery.
rounds. And Yeah, the butterfly.
There's only
the
4
various
butterfly
butterflies.
shapes. So it's got to be the green butterfly, downward pointing, pincer, pedal
Okay.
freak.
Yeah. Is there some way we can interact with that
Can we
one?
touch it?
As you press on the flower, you almost lose hope as it sticks for a second before sinking into the marble around it.
Ooh.
It sticks into the wall, and from the other side of the room, you hear a door creaking open. Returning to the middle of the hall, you see that the previously closed staff door is now fully open, swung inside of a small room.
Awesome.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
As we go in, can we look at the door itself that we didn't check when it was closed, just to see if it has anything written on it or anything?
Besides the word staff door, I assume.
And also on the back as we enter.
Yes, so it says staff only on it, and you can see kind of in front of it in the doorway, almost hanging down like a bead curtain, is like the vines that are covering all the walls. It kind of says in an ornate script, staff only, but you kind of push it open and you go in now that it's open.
Nice.
And you, of course, check the back of the door. On the back of the door, there is a poster.
Hey!
The poster seems to be an informational sheet from a set of chemicals, unfolded and hung on the door.
Hell
A
yeah.
pH miracle, it says. With 3 simple chemicals, adjust the pH of any solution without harmful strong acids and bases with ease.
Nice.
1 drop of chemical A halves the pH of any solution, rounding down. 1 drop of chemical B raises any pH by 3 to a maximum of 14. 1 drop of chemical C triples any pH and subtracts 7 to a maximum of 14 and a minimum of 0. In small print at the very bottom it says, effectiveness not guaranteed. Magic may be required as miracle is in the name. A pH miracle is not responsible for any burns, poisonings, or any other injuries that may be caused by using their products.
Perfect. All right, well, that's very good to know. Shall we look around this thing? I assume we're going to find some chemicals, but let's find out. Maybe we'll find some pruning shears. Let's see, what do we got?
The room past the door is pretty tiny. To be honest, you feel a bit bad for the employees working in this exhibit when it's actually open. There is barely enough room for the desk and chair on the floor, plus a small table in the corner holding a vase of perfectly arranged roses. Luckily, the staff has made use of the walls, hanging a bulletin board on the wall to the left of the door. Unlike the rest of the exhibit, this room is untouched by the vines growing everywhere and overtaking the place. It actually seems somewhat normal, all things considered.
There is more in there than I expected.
But there's not a big giant bucket of chemicals A, B, and C?
Not that you see immediately.
Okay. And there's not a toolbox with shears in it.
Do you think that we should keep
Secateurs in it.
exploring here for the moment, or do you think we should look at the last couple of things in the main room that we haven't looked at?
Let's go back to the main room. We'll come back
Yeah.
here. I've written that we have a desk, a chair, roses, and a bulletin board.
Yeah. And so back in the main room, we've still got boxes and this counter with stools behind it.
And the door we came in just in case. But
That's true, but we know that it's covered in vines.
yeah, let's have a look at the boxes stacked up in whichever door they're stacked up in.
The wooden boxes that you noticed before, now that you have a better look at them, appear to be one artificial beehive, doubly tall as it is wide. Next to the hive is a set of tools for taking care of the bees and harvesting the honey. Things like smoke guns, wax scrapers, and jars for harvesting the honey. Through the vines covering the hive on the outside, you can see a 5-letter lock holding the lid shut.
We need a 5-letter combo to get into the hive.
And
But we
now
do have a
smoke
smoker,
gun.
a scraper, and a jar. Possibly in plurality. Sweet. I don't know what to do with these bees right now. Shall we keep looking around?
Yep.
Can we have a look at this counter on the wall?
Approaching the counter, you can see through the leaves and the branches that it's some kind of kids' activity corner. There are a couple of framed informational posters on the wall above the counter, and a coloring page and a set of markers on the counter itself.
Okay. I feel like we're sneaking into a tiny little version of Alex's room with a kids' activity book and a bunch of bees.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I know, I tested his room and I'm like, bees? I have bees. And he's like, are the bees doing the same thing? And I'm like,
Yes, they are. Can I have
How
your
many things
code?
can bees do?
I invented a bee code.
I'm like, nah.
They're
They're not doing the same thing. My room's chill.
All right, we've got an activity book. And can we have a look at this book?
The coloring page has some pretty simple shapes, and surprisingly doesn't seem all too botanical. Sure, the main picture is a tree, but the focus of the drawing is what's on the tree. 3 beveled rectangles in a row. You can see the picture in the graphic horticulture coloring page. Additionally, you notice there are small numbers in each section of the picture with a key on the bottom of the page.
Okay.
Coloring key.
Ooh, all right. So we have this picture. We can color it in where the tree foliage is labeled 1 red onion, which
So
seems
meant to color
wild.
it in red onion colored.
The ground is labeled 2 indigo. The tree trunk is labeled 3 saffron. And then the 3 beveled holes are labeled 4, 5, and 6 respectively, blueberry, avocado, rose hips.
Interesting.
Is the trick here that a blueberry is secretly green? I have no idea. I mean, can we color these in with these colors?
You want to try using the markers on the...
Yeah, so can we color the top red,
No rush.
the bottom purple, the trunk yellow, and then the 3 beveled sections blue, green, and orange?
Well, you try, but the markers actually, now that you look at them, don't have any pigment in them.
Oh.
They have the solvent in them to dissolve the pigment, but no actual color.
To make
Good.
our own pigments.
Can we go back to where we found all of those plants and can we dissolve samples of each in these markers to create 6 new markers?
How mushable
Absolutely.
are these plants, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can do it. You're crafty.
I feel like the
Okay,
word
which
mush
one?
has been used in
Mushnik!
I've been using
This is
that's
the
a good point.
mushing.
It's
the
totally relevant here.
mushnickel.
I just swear I've been using the word mush a lot more this year than I ever have in my life.
I have a question for you, Danny.
Mhm.
You were using mush
Mhm.
as a verb.
Yeah.
If you have mushed something and you are left with a pile of...
It's mush.
That's mush.
Unless you're singing the song where it has to rhyme with the word bush.
That's bush.
It rolled
It's
up
a
the
bush.
garden and under a bush, and now my poor meatball is nothing but mush.
That's fair.
You see? That's the
I
only
don't
time
think
it's
I've ever
acceptable.
heard that song before. Which one would you like to look at first?
I would like to take the red onion and I would like to put it in a marker.
Okay, you hold the marker up to the red onion and the solvent dissolves the pigment and it actually takes up a pigment that is light green.
What?
Fun. Okay, red equals green.
Red onion
Mhm.
equals green.
All right. Next, can we take the indigo, which I guess
The
is going to become
indigo.
brown?
It is indigo.
Oh, it's indigo. Okay, great.
And the indigo is indigo.
Can we take the saffron? Does that end
The
up red?
saffron is an amber color.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Can we take our blueberry?
The blueberry is a purplish pink, like the inside of the blueberry.
Makes sense as well.
Yeah, it feels right. The avocado.
The avocado, actually, the pigment of the avocado, the strongest pigment will come from the pit, and it will be orange.
Interesting.
Weirdo. And
These
then
are all real.
yeah, I know, but come on, avocado, get your stuff together. And then the rose hips, please.
The rose hips, the juice of rose hip is yellow. Rose hips are actually very popular for tea, and they will turn very yellow tea.
I have certainly heard of rose hip tea and like rose hip oil, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel like people like a bit of rose hip oil.
Okay, so our 3 rectangles have turned out purple, pink, orange, and yellow. All right, shall we look at the posters in this colouring section?
Yeah, sure.
The first poster is titled The Magic of Music and contains a few blurbs about how music can help plants grow healthier. It's mostly exaggerated kid stuff, but a section at the bottom catches your attention. It's a chart of all the major keys and their key signatures. They all have different number of sharps arranged on a musical staff next to what you recognize as a treble clef. The section header reads, The Keys to Success.
Okay. Does that...
Ooh, and the rarest plant was the key.
Yeah, but we already used that as a key.
Yeah,
we pushed
yeah,
it and
but-
opened a door.
The second poster is titled Not So Basic and appears to be about soil pH. It contains a list of several plants alongside the optimal soil pH for their health. It even has a section about hydrangeas that turn blue in acidic soil and pink in basic soil. There is a note on the bottom that reminds kids that soil pH is measured from 0 to 14, with 0 being the most acidic and 14 being the most basic.
Checks out. I always get confused by the flowers turning blue in acid and red in base, because when you're using indicators, it's usually the opposite.
Yeah, I always, like, whenever the test was like, which one is which, I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So a hydrangea goes pink when it's basic?
Yeah.
That's rude. Okay, that's interesting. I hear about something turning pink and I want to put it in the blueberry section.
I mean, largely this is just good information to have.
Yeah.
But we might be able to use it for other things because, yeah, we know about the pH scale, but not everyone would, so it's good that it's here. Okay, well, on that note, I guess we go back into the side room.
Yeah, let's go back to the
the unaffected side room.
Do you want to have a look at the bulletin board?
Absolutely.
The first thing that catches your eye about the bulletin board is a memo pinned to the board. It is addressed to the exhibit staff and reads, "Please look into plants involved in alchemy and report back. They may be useful for an upcoming project." There is a note at the bottom of it commenting, "We'll get to this later." But most of the board is actually taken up by 2 different colors of post-it notes. It seems to be a conversation between 2 people regarding beehives. On a blue post-it at the top, someone has written, "Reminder that the honey in the beehive is to be harvested for donation or use by the museum only and should not be eaten by employees." A pink post-it under it reads, "But it's exactly the boost of energy that I need, and it has vitamins." Another blue note, "The exhibit beehive will be firmly locked until further notice. If you require access, the keys will be in the office and exchanged weekly." Another pink, "Can't we just keep 1 jar in here for snacking? Honey is so sugary it basically preserves itself." And one more blue, "We all know that fact, Das. It's part of the beehive demonstration. Bring your own honey from home if you want a snack." And shout out Das from the Connected Art team.
Yes, running the next room.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, amazing, because of course honey is vitamins and sugar, which is exactly what the sunrise herb needs.
That's true.
That's good to know.
But we know that if you want to get into it, the keys are in the office. But there are not keys in the office, but there are musical keys.
You know
We're in
what?
the key of O, and then the key of F.
We did need, it was locked with a letter combination lock,
Yeah.
not a key lock. So yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's keep investigating this office. Can we check out the rosy side table?
The bouquet of roses is pristine, really. It must have been put there recently. Interestingly, it isn't arranged how you would expect, bundled into a thick bunch of flowers. Instead, they are carefully spread out next to each other in a sort of arc, as you can see in the graphic roses.
Again, for people at home, you can see that in the show notes.
Down the bottom.
Roses.jpg. So we have 5 roses, and you know what roses are, Danny?
No.
Sorry, you know what there were 5 of, Danny? Letters that we need.
That was a very different question.
And you know what roses... Oh, wait, no, I'll do my original question again, Danny. No, stop, let me say it. You know what roses are, Danny?
Red.
Sharp.
Yes, we are seeing this picture of roses and they all have different numbers of thorns on them, aka pointy things. Sharp things.
So we have the first one is completely just not flat, it's just a natural rose. And then the next rose has 3 sharps, by which that's how I talk about thorns.
Yep.
Then the next has 1 sharp, then the next has 4 sharps, then the next has 2 sharps. Those should match purely just number of sharps to different keys in the musical keys section.
I don't want to do this, but were we to go back and look at the key signatures poster, would that give us some answers to this if we were looking for, hey, what key signature has 3 sharps? Would that poster tell us that information?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's try to guess it before we go and look at the poster.
I am so bad at remembering my key signatures.
Me too. That's why I said try.
Like, it has been so long since I've worried about it. I can do them. I can play them like on a keyboard. I can be like, great, I know I'm in this key and I can play it out.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to go like, what has 3 sharps? Like, okay, C has no sharps.
Yes.
And then if
G
you go,
has an F sharp, and I think that's it.
I think G just has the 1 sharp. So This is C something G.
3 sharps would be F sharp, C sharp, and probably G sharp. So it might be an A.
Makes sense because it looks like it's C-A-G.
That's helpful.
What's E? Does E have 4 sharps?
F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. So yes, quite possibly. This is just my order of the sharps
I
getting
think E has
more
4 sharps,
complicated.
so that's C-A-G-E. And then that must be D, so we have caged. But
that makes sense.
D with 2, D goes...
F sharp, C sharp. Generally, my rule, which is a bad musical rule, I'm sure, is to just list the sharps in the order that they feel right, and whichever one comes last, go 1 note up from that. Is the key.
Is it caged?
Can we try putting that in the beehive?
You input the word caged into the lock and it clicks open.
Yay!
Nice.
Good job.
Well, I go and I rip up that Sharps poster without ever looking at it. I rip it into shreds. I didn't need it.
I am so proud of everything about that because you recognized my pun.
Yeah.
About the shark.
Do you know the pun, Danny? Because when you put a stave together, you have to draw a lot of rows.
Oh, that's
that
it.
Was the
You're
pun.
a genius.
That was not my pun.
That was the pun, I'm assuming. It was all about that. That was definitely the pun.
I do not take ownership for that pun. I refuse ownership for that pun.
When you play piano, you got to use the pedals.
Okay, that's funny. that's a little bit funny. Okay.
Anyway.
Something thorn.
Back to the bee sharps.
Okay. Clearing off the mess of vines from the lid, you open the box to reveal the inside of the artificial hive. The overgrowth of plants has made its way into the hive as well. But the bees seem undisturbed. They are happily buzzing around the healthy hive, adding to the wealth of honey in the wax cone. With the bees calmed for the meantime with a provided smoke gun, you take one of the panels out and scrape the honey into one of the available jars, replacing the panel once you're done.
This is good practice. Our apartment building has recently gotten an artificial beehive.
That's true. So apparently the bees aren't taken to it.
I mean, they're still there. They might need a bit of time.
We take our jar of honey and we pour it all over
the soil of the sunrise herb.
The soil of the sunrise herb.
And I take one of the markers from the kids section and I use that as like a stirring rod.
I think you're going to tick off the flower.
Honey does have a lot of sugar and vitamins, at least according to that note on the bulletin board. And sure enough, as the honey seeps into the soil, the herb unfolds its dried out form upwards and out, revealing buds of orange and amber under rich green leaves.
Okay, go on, please.
The vines around the pedestal wilt away as the plant takes the water from around them. A click comes from below the plant, and the plaque pops open to reveal a compartment with 3 gems of different colors: orange, amber, and pitch black. A trail of white light has lit up on the floor from the base of the pedestal, leading towards the glass dome.
Oh, wow.
Inspecting these gems, you think they would fit very nicely in those indents on the tree.
Gotcha. Okay. So, great. And that we might have lit up one of our light bulbs as well by doing that. So if we can do all 3 of these things and then the big tree, we can just fix all of the plants. Nice. That might be our 4 light bulbs.
Do we have anything that we can prune with?
Not yet, but we've still got a desk to examine.
Okay, let's have a look at the desk in this side room.
On the desk is an array of supplies. Not only are there several pairs of gardening shears, there's also what looks like chemistry supplies. There are a few beakers, a box of pH test strips, and 3 bottles of mysterious chemicals. They aren't labeled very well, just with the letters A, B, and C.
That's exactly as well as we need them to be labeled. Okay, so first of all, can we take our pruners and can we prune off 3 of the limbs of the North Star maple, which I believe brings it down to the appropriate 4 limbs?
Okay, how are those limbs arranged?
I don't care. All right, let's have a look.
Check more carefully. The diagonally looking examples that we've got.
Yeah, there's definitely 4 on both of them. One of them is 1 on the left, then a set of 3. The other is a set of 3 and 2, but it's pale, so it has 1 extra.
Yeah, 1 arbitrary.
So I guess we try
What does our current one look like?
And our current one...
you would say, if you can't tell from just the color grading on the image for whatever reason, the pattern on the trunk is the same as the second from the left on the top and the first from the left on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the coloring is the same as the top left and the middle on the bottom.
That is true. Okay,
I
so those ones, the ones with the sort of middle color, the not too light, not too dark, they look very symmetrical. A lot of them look sort of symmetrical in the way that they are. They have even numbers on both sides. Do we want an even number on both sides?
Okay, so we have 3 colors of tree, I guess. We have the dark browns, the lights, and the middles. And apparently, the bottom, middle, and the top left are the same color.
Yeah.
Of this set of all these bonsai.
Yeah.
And that is the same color as our tree.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, my biggest argument right now is that the one that we have, our unhealthy one, is woefully asymmetrical. It's got 2 on one side of its main
Would you call that 2 on the left and 4 on the right?
Well, 5 on the right.
Sorry, 5 on the right.
It's outrageous. Whereas the other ones of those colors are a lot more balanced.
Well, yeah, this is my thought. Like, the ones that are pale don't seem to have any connection to it. Like, one has 3 each on its own
The super pale
sort
one
of thing.
specifically said that they would get an extra branch arbitrary.
It said arbitrary?
It said positioned arbitrarily.
So they may be split very equally, like 2 and 2, 1 and 1, but then there's an extra one just floating around.
Exactly.
For the dark brown ones, of the dark browns, it's like that has 2 on the left and none on the right. The other one has 2 on the left and 4 on the right. The other one has 1 on the left and 3 on the right. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to the dark brown ones.
Plus, I mean, essentially, just they're off balance by 2.
There's 2 more on.
Whether the 2 is important.
Arbitrarily, they're off balance by 2.
Off balance.
Whereas the ones that are the same color as the one we're looking at is either
Perfectly
1 on the left, 1 on the
balanced.
right, or would you interpret that one as 3 on the left, 3 on the right?
Yes.
Okay, so we want it to be balanced between the left and the right. So can we basically cut
Chop
off
3
the
from-
middle part
Yeah.
where there's 2 in the middle, and then one of the ones on the middle 3, right? If we cut off the middle 3, we would have 2 on the left, 2 on the right. It's
I
balanced.
suppose for perfect symmetry, I would cut off the 2 middlest ones and the furthest right one. I think that would.
I'm
leave
also
it
happy
looking
with
the
that.
best. Or maybe even the second.
But
from
we
the
leave
right
it so there are 4, 2 on the left, 2 on the right.
You're impressed with your handiwork. The small tree has transformed from a mess of wilted leaves into something much more shaped. You wait a moment. Sure, you trimmed it correctly, and sure enough, it's as if life flows into it. The leaves sit healthily on their branches, the vines surrounding the pedestal wilt, the tree sapping the nutrients from around them, seemingly. The pedestal itself produces a small click, and the plaque swings open to reveal a small compartment with 3 gems. 1 green, 1 yellow, and 1 a deep chocolate brown. A trail of white light has lit up on the floor from the base of the pedestal, leading towards the glass dome.
Amazing.
Can we use a pH testing strip to test the current pH of the soil of the dead
Moonblossom.
moonflower?
You poor Moonblossom.
It is currently pH 10.
Oh dear.
And we want to get it to 3 using our fun chemicals.
Okay, so let's have a think about what we could do with that. So, first instinct is to do some halving.
Gets us to 5. Half again gets us to 2.
It does round
Half
down.
again gets us to 1.
Almost perfect. So you just add a bunch of drops of A and then 1 drop of B. That's until we
that
get
would
down
get
to
us to-
0. Or does that round? Nah, let's have more fun. Let's see if we can get a C in there. Okay, so we can get it down to 5. What happens if we plus 3 times 3 and minus 7?
That gets us 8. right?
Lovely. We can do that.
Which you could then halve to 4,
Uh-huh.
then add 3 to get it to 7, and then halve it and round down to 3.
I think that seems fair.
Yes.
Okay, so that requires an A, followed by a C, followed by an A, followed by a B, followed by an A.
There's a few.
Macabre.
There's a lot of ways to do this. You could also
there probably
yes,
are.
halve it down twice to 3. Do it again
I feel
down
like that
to
times
do it
3
down
minus
to-
7, we could go mad with power on that one.
Because it goes down to 0. So once you get it low enough, you can multiply it by 3. Like we could get it down to 1, then get it to 3. Minus 7 is 0, and then just add 3 with a B and
Yeah.
get it to 3 that
I'm
way.
hoping to avoid
There's
using
a whole
the 0.
bunch of fun stuff.
The 0 hack feels like,
There's so much you can
Yeah.
do with that.
but yeah, I would like to
One of
go
my playtests.
Akaba. We can talk about the playtest in the post show.
Okay. You're not quite sure how chemicals adjusted the pH correctly, but checking with a pH strip, and it is indeed 3. The soil you've made is pretty acidic, but it seems to work. While before, the flower was dry and colorless, the petals flush with water and turn gorgeous hues of blue and purple. As this occurs, the vines surrounding the pedestal wilt away from it, as if the flower is taking too much water for them to grow any longer. A clicking sound emerges from the plaque, and it pops open from the pedestal, revealing 3 small gems, one dark blue, one purple, and one glistening white. A trail of white light has lit up on the floor from the base of the pedestal, leading towards the glass dome.
Okay, could we take the orange gem from the sunrise plant, the yellow gem from the
North Star Maple,
and the purple gem from the acid flower, and can we take those 3 and put them in the appropriate spots as marked in the color on the coloring sheet that we did on the tree?
Purple, orange, yellow.
Purple, orange, yellow.
As you click the last gem into place, energy seems to spread throughout the trunk of the tree. The bark turns from the previous black color into a richer brown, leaves budding from the branches and growing until the brush is thick and full. On the floor, you notice a white line of light starting up, leading up onto the balcony where the lever sits.
That sounds like 4 lines of light to me.
Let's head back to that lever. Is it looking all lit up?
Yeah, all the bulbs are now lit up.
Pull, push the lever. Pull, push the lever.
Pull the
I can't
lever.
remember if it was a pull or a push.
Everything's a push if it's a pull.
It's okay. You wrench the lever to the other side with satisfying effort, the click as it settles into place quickly followed by the whirring of a mechanism overhead. You see above you a sliver of pure sunlight shining through a glowing gap in the glass dome, the skylight opening to douse the exhibit in natural light. The vines don't wither, they now snake away, following the darkness until the forms disappear into the walls. The tree, before simply healthy, is now thriving, blooming with light pink blossoms that spring into the air with the rush of a breeze from outside. The petals whirl around you, blinding your vision until they settle, and it's as if they were never there. It's as if a lot of things were never there. The lever has disappeared and the skylight closed. It's night again. The floor surrounding the tree, no longer containing the gems, indents, or any trace of either, is marble like the rest of the exhibit, not wood, and there are no longer any inscriptions. You can see from here that the cases that were once cracked by the vines are perfectly intact, and the plants in the middle are protected from the museum guests by vented glass cases. You take out your passport out of habit, and as you look around for somewhere to collect your stamp, you see a single, final petal from the tree float in front of you and settle exactly in its rightful place in your passport. You press your book firmly closed for a moment, pressing the flower into place. There is only one exhibit remaining in the museum, according to the map, and the note under the next empty stamp box reads, "Take one small step."
All right. We've done it. Have we done it?
Are we done, or do we need to take a step now?
Thanks for listening to Escape This Podcast. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we discuss the escape room we just did with the guest we just had. This podcast is kept afloat by crowdfunding, so if you enjoy the show, why not support it on Patreon? There's weekly bonus audio for our $5 donors, monthly videos for our $10 donors, monthly trivia for our $20 donors, and anyone at any level can appear as an NPC in one of the rooms that Danny designs. And thanks again for listening.